Good morning. It is Tuesday, September 10th, and this is Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio and the Ave Maria Radio app. I'm Matthew Handley. Coming up, a recent Surgeon General report claimed that parenting is dangerous for one's health. More on that shortly, but first, your local weather and this news. The Michigan Supreme Court has ruled Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s name will stay on the ballot in November. Kennedy had been trying to get his name removed in battleground states where he fears he could damage former President Trump's chances. The ruling from the state Supreme Court reverses an opinion made Friday by the Michigan Court of Appeals, which said there was no valid reason not to remove his name. Michigan is seen as a key battleground state in the election between Vice President Kamala Harris and Trump. The U.S. Senate candidates Elissa Slotkin and Mike Rogers will hold another debate in October in the studio of Wood TV in Grand Rapids. The 48-year-old Democratic congresswoman has been in office since 2018, and the 61-year-old Rogers is a former Republican congressman who served from 2001 to 2015. The debate is set for October 8. Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson held a mock election yesterday at Crestwood High School in Dearborn Heights. It's part of the state's inaugural voter pre-registration week, as 16 and 17-year-olds can now pre-register to vote. Benson also unveiled her office's mock election portal, which includes a step-by-step guide for people who want to hold a mock election at their school. The Arab American Anti-Discrimination Committee is holding their annual convention in Dearborn this week. The convention runs from September 12 to 15 and will be held at various locations in the city. The conference will cover concerns over the Israel-Gaza conflict, an interfaith panel, and more. Whole cantaloupes sold in Michigan and 4 other states between August 13 and 17 are being recalled by Eagle Produce. The reason is they could possibly be contaminated with salmonella. The cantaloupes have a red and white sticker with candy across the top. The UPC number code of the 4050 is also on the fruit. The historic Michigan Theater in Detroit is crumbling, and the owner is being sued by the city over the blight. The lawsuit says the building at 220 Bagley Street is falling apart and has become a public safety issue. The theater is where scenes of Eminem's movie 8 Mile were filmed. The city says the building has 58 blight violations. 2 of them cite an imminent danger that would close the building. And actor James Earl Jones has died at the age of 93. Jones is among a group of select entertainers to win an Emmy, a Grammy, Oscar, and a Tony. He was most well known for being the voice of Star Wars villain Darth Vader. Jones moved from Mississippi to Manistee, Michigan as a young boy and graduated from the University of Michigan before launching his prolific career. He's survived by his son, Flynn Earl Jones. You're listening to Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio and streaming on the Ave Maria Radio app. Now this. We've got areas of dense fog this morning, and it should clear up by 11 a.m. in Detroit. Otherwise, we'll have mostly sunny skies and a high around 78. Tonight will be mostly clear with lows around 60. Tomorrow we'll have some more fog in the morning, becoming mostly sunny later on with highs around 83. Thursday will be partly sunny with highs in the mid-80s, and Friday will be partly sunny with temperatures in the lower 80s. We have a dense fog advisory in effect until 9 a.m. this morning in the Saginaw Valley. Later on, it should be mostly sunny with a high around 79. Tonight will be mostly clear with lows around 55. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny with temperatures around 85. Thursday will be sunny with highs in the upper 80s. And Friday will be partly sunny with temperatures in the mid-80s. A recent Surgeon General report claimed that parenting is dangerous for one's health. Kimberly Ells, author of The Invincible Family, discussed the report with Dr. Marcus Peter.
Right. I think a lot of people who see this headline that, the U.S. Surgeon General has issued an advisory about how dangerous parenting is are chuckling. On the other hand, it's concerning because it's real. This is an actual advisory that's been put out by a major government agency. And as you say, everyone who's been a parent understands that, yes, indeed, it is stressful. At times, very stressful. But our children did not create the problem, and there are solutions other than big government, and so it's something that we have to look very closely at and take seriously, even though it seems, some might think it was a Babylon Bee or a joke at first, but it isn't.
It does seem like something Babylon Bee would have cooked up, but it's not. Okay, so going back to what you said, because I think you touched on something crucial there, which is these are the things that they name as causes for this, the great public health emergency or issue. Financial strain, economic instability, time demands, concerns over the children's health and safety, parental isolation and loneliness, difficulty managing technology, social media, cultural pressures. Nowhere here do we see that the problem is inherently the children. All of these are either external factors or interior to the parents. I think this speaks to the fact that we ought to rethink parenting and reclaim that notion that it takes faith, it takes community, it takes the church and the world to aid in the upbringing of marriage and the family.
Absolutely. And all those things that are listed in the advisory are real stresses of parenting, yet that they are all things that need to be dealt with. But the thing is, God has made us equal to the task of dealing with parenting. And part of the problem, I feel like, is that as religiosity has gone down, as church participation has gone down across the board, that we've limited ourselves from the community that church provides.
Ave Maria in the Afternoon with Dr. Marcus Peter is on weekdays at 4 p.m. here on Ave Maria Radio. I'm Matthew Hanley. That does it for this edition of Michigan Mornings on a Tuesday. You can stay connected with me throughout the day on X. I'm at Radio Handley, and Lord willing, I will talk to you again tomorrow. Until then, goodbye.